Hello and welcome back to the channel and this new series of Prime Cuts. For this series I'm going to be looking at the juiciest bits of trash cinema that fill up most of Amazon Prime's catalogue. Can we find any gems? We're kicking off with Forbidden World and this knockoff Stormtrooper robot. As the film opens, it's going for a bit of a 2001 vibe at first, it seems, with the use of classical music. The captain and our hero is woken up in time for a space battle with footage from The Last Starfighter, because this being a Roger Corman movie is not above reusing footage from other places. You've got to save those bucks where you can, everybody. To be fair, there are much cheaper alien knockoffs floating around out there. This one seems to have had at least some kind of money spent on it. And we're off with our main plot as our hero needs to go and investigate some strange goings on a planet hosting some scientists who are apparently trying to discover new types of food. All serious scientists wear high heels, we know, of course. And just because you're doing strange mad science doesn't mean you can't look stylish in your jumpsuit. And here we are, introduced to the scientists as they explain that they're mutating various things to try and generate new types of fast growing food stuff. For some reason there is a Space Valley girl stationed on this base of about 6 people, and we go into the lab full of corpses because nobody seems to have bothered to have cleaned this up after some kind of creature has torn through it. Then we meet the even madder scientist. And finally, we're introduced to our monster of the movie. It's not quite alien, not quite yet, but we'll get there in the end. We then have the copy of the dinner scene from Alien, but it's like you've gone to Arby's instead of a 3 or 4 star restaurant. Then time for a bit more exposition of the science, or before it's time for dead bodies to be discovered. And then after that, it is apparently sexy time for these two people who've literally just met. And then something which is possibly even creepier than there being a monster on the loose is this guy who is watching these two have sex on his security monitors. Then a reminder that we're on the planet of Star Trek rocks. And it seems that this monster is dissolving people down into food. And obviously the thing to do now is go for what appears to be a suntan. It's not very clear what this facility is that she heads to in her sunglasses. But the creature bursts in, starts an attack. Everybody starts to come up with a plan of what to do. Apart from this lady who's annoyed that the hero was hanging around with the Valley girl who wasn't dressed. The mad scientist investigates the decomposing corpses. We go for a bit of a walk outside. Somebody's left their bagpipes on the rocks. There's our monster made of bin bags. This guy looks down a hole, and that goes as well as you would expect. So various members of our cast are being whittled away. And then these two ladies have just had a good 5-minute discussion about what to do and communicating with the alien in the shower, naked. Tell no lie, that's a good 5-minute scene in the film of these two ladies talking in the nude for no reason. Here we go as we try to talk to the alien, which of course goes as well as we would expect it to go. And we're moving into the final third. Crazy scientist who has cancer has come up with a plan to try and tackle the monster. It doesn't go very well, but he has decided that he can kill the monster by infecting it with his cancer. So we send off the Valley Girl to collect some medicine to anaesthetize the scientist whilst his organs are cut out. It is then up to our hero to save the girl, complete a surgery, and then finally attack the monster with the organs of the scientist. Amazingly, this does work. The alien dies, and that's it. The film kind of fades to black from this point. That's Forbidden World, a classic Roger Corman bit of exploitation cinema. It's only about 80 minutes long, but although it's short, it does feel quite slow through most of its runtime, only really picking up its pace towards the end. The editing is really strange. It's either really slow and methodical, or there's a couple of sequences where it's super hyperactive and really hard to follow what's happening. And as you can see, the effects aren't amazing. I would give this one a miss, but let's see what else we can find down in the bowels of Amazon Prime Video.